wonderful people of the internet. It is Monday. Rev's saying hi with her wipe back there. Ari's playing on the ground. She was just playing with Mr. Turtle. She was actually like hitting him and swatting him. It's cute. You gonna hit him again? You gonna play with Mr. Turtle?
Hit him good.
You love Jim just as much as Rev did, huh? Well, now that you're actually playing with it. Well, Rev, you gotta be careful though, okay? You playing with Jim? Hi, smiling. Yeah, she's smiling and you're smiling, huh? Careful, Rev. You two are too cute.
Well, hello there. So, I just cooked some pork chops on the grill for dinner. And Rev is starting to eat, aren't you? Is that yummy? Oh, you're just eating the strawberries so far? Arianna is downstairs filming a short clip for her video, I think. That's gonna be up this week. And I'm gonna start eating. But we don't have like any side dish. Holy cow, my Rev. What is up with that? Hey, Rev. Huh? Hi. We came to the park. It's very busy, but now Rev is running around in the grass. Huh, Rev? Rev asked to be put in the stroller, so now we're just walking through the grass. In the stroller, huh, Rev? Is that fun? So we walked our way over to the school here. And I did bring the drone, so we're flying it and Rev wants more, right? You want more? Yeah? Okay. Well, that was short-lived. Battery died. And I thought it was totally full. So, what a bummer. What a bummer. That's pretty disappointing, isn't it, Rev? Do you want to go home now? Yeah? No? You want to keep walking? So, as you saw, the park was kind of a bummer for footage, but Rev's having some fun right now, aren't you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Good job. Thumbs up, yeah. Hi. Whoa. Whoa. Can you show them how we pray? Good job. You did so good.
So the vlog has made an abrupt change because we only had like 3.5 minutes of footage, which was weird because we had a semi amount of good clips. Apparently they were just all very short. We're gonna do a Q&A. We asked you guys for questions on Instagram and Facebook, so we're gonna answer just a couple of those. First one we're gonna answer off the bat because we have answered this in a lot of Q&As is, are we still planning to adopt? And yes. We are not going to be going that route. I mean, it could change, but our current plan is not to like the girls around 5. So, yes. Do we plan to have any more kids biologically? At this point, no.
But that could change. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a for sure no, never. It's just at this point, no, we would like to just adopt. But we definitely are adopting. This question comes from Rachel Christina, and she wants to know, what was your first job?
My first, like, real job was at Edible Arrangements. My dad was friends with the owner, and so I was 15 when I started working there with like a worker's permit, because you know you have to be 16 to work, but in Illinois you can get a worker's permit and start working at 15.
My first job, like real job, was Petland. And I hated it. I hated it so much.
But it's pets, it should be fun.
But I wasn't like a seller, I was a vet tech. That's what they called you, is really just a glorified poop cleanupper. I mean, like, we gave the dogs shots and stuff like that, which is why we're called vet techs, because we did like all the puppy shots and everything. But it was just a mess. And then also this was right when Petland switched over to doing only rescues, which is a good thing. They stopped like getting puppies from breeders or puppy mills. But we were constantly having dogs that were sick and issues, so it was just, It was really bad. And I would never suggest buying a dog from Petland, just so you know. Next question, and this one goes with jobs too, is from Catherine Robbins. She wants to know, when you were kids, what was your dream job?
Growing up, I always wanted to be a firefighter, just like my dad.
I wanted to be a forensic scientist until I found out that it was nothing like CSI. I was like, oh, well, that's dumb. Madison 112013 wants to know, what is your favorite thing to do when you have downtime? Nothing. As a mother, I like to just sit and do nothing because the rest of the day I'm doing stuff.
Which consists of reading stuff on your phone.
Yeah, I used to like do floor plans and stuff, which I should get back into, but
got a nice table over there.
I do. I have like a perfect table.
I read, or I just surf the internet.
Several of you guys asked if we will give you guys our boy name, and no, we won't, because in a lot of instances with adoptions, you actually do have to choose a name for them for safety reasons or other reasons, and so we still want to keep our boy name a secret because that boy name could still be used. But then Sherry Wallace asked me, when your anxiety is bad, besides Levi, what are some tips and tricks you use to calm down or feel better? So actually, a little side note I haven't talked about. In the past, probably couple weeks, month or two, I don't know, since we moved into the house, which I don't know, maybe that relates, I'm not sure. I've had like almost a few times I've almost had a panic attack. And Levi is like totally...
Doesn't pay attention.
No, doesn't pay attention at all anymore. He is fully retired.
Yeah, now he's coming over.
Yeah, now he's coming over. He always comes over when we film videos. Hi, buddy. And so it'd been a while since I had to use like my own coping skills, but I definitely realized that like the first thing that I do is just recognize that that's what's coming, and that's the biggest thing that helps me, instead of like freaking out like, oh my goodness, why am I so anxious? Why am I so anxious? I just tell myself, okay, I'm getting anxious, and deep breaths help me the most. It seems so simple, I know. So like most of you are like, come on, Arianna, like deep breaths. But there's a reason that they tell you to take deep breaths. It really does help. But both of them I was able to stop without the help of Levi, and it went away. It was just several minutes of like deep breaths. It just sounds so stupid. I know it sounds dumb, but it really does help. But the biggest thing is just not saying to yourself, holy crap, I'm getting anxious, what am I gonna do? Because that just makes you more anxious. Just be like, okay, I'm getting anxious, so what can I do to stop it? So that's the biggest thing that helps me. So hopefully that will help some of you guys. So we got a few homeschool questions. One was from Alicia Olson, and she wanted to know if either Rev or Ari wanted to go to public school, how would you go about that? Because a lot of you guys may know that we are homeschooling the girls, so she wanted to know if they ever decided they wanted to go to public school, how would we go about that?
In that aspect, we've talked about letting the girls choose. At least, I don't know if we've really talked about like what age we would give them that choice.
Probably high school, I would say.
And even then, I think we would probably try and look for like a private school that shares the same values that we do, rather than just putting them into the local public school.
So we're open to letting them try out actual school, whether it be like a private school like we said, but we want to make sure that there's like a real reason behind why they want to go. Not just the teenage, well, I want to be like everybody else, that kind of thing, if that makes sense. We'll have a really good conversation with them to make sure that it's something that they really want to do, something they're really interested in, and if they went and they decided, hey, I don't like this, then they can just go back to homeschooling. It's not a big deal. And so along that, Megan, she told us how to say her last name. Is it just Shake? Megan Shake, she asked if we were homeschooling, which yes we are, and she said, do you plan on staying home with the girls? Which obviously if we're gonna homeschool, I do plan to just always be a stay-at-home mom. I don't plan to go back to work. I don't want to work. So being a mom is work though. Don't let that fool you.
And for the record, I don't want her to work. I want her to stay home with the kids. I don't want anybody saying, what if Ryan wants you to go to work? No, you know what? I don't want her to have to go to work.
I've told Ryan too that I was like, so how would you feel about being home with the girls for 8 hours straight every day? And he's like, no. No.
I love them to death, but I couldn't do it. I just At least not alone with them for 8 hours a day. Maybe when they're a little older, but not right now.
The
It's
two
too much.
girls and me is a lot different than the two girls and Ryan.
Yeah.
Rev acts
Rev
completely different.
does not do anything or act the same way she does with Arianna when she's with me. For instance, Saturday mornings when I wake up with her and Arianna gets to sleep in, Rev doesn't want to eat anything. And she's always like, oh, Rev's such a good eater in the morning. She'll eat a whole bowl of whatever you give her. No, she eats like this much and then wants to get down and run around. She's not the same child when she's with me.
In regards to doggies, someone asked what kind of dog Levi is. He is a Lab German Shepherd, Great Pyrenees. And then someone asked if I still use Loki. Loki is still actually in training. That dog, he does very good when he's out in public for the most part, but he still has a lot to work on. Dobermans are very high energy dogs, and they are persistent, to say the least. He's doing well, but the thing also is that I'm taking him only in high trigger situations, and I haven't really gone in any yet. So that hasn't been a reason for me to take him yet.
Maybe when we go to a concert. Does anybody want to go to a 21 Pilots concert with me? I really want to go, but I know she won't want to.
Why don't you go with Dan?
I know. Maybe. Well, I'll have to wait till one comes back around.
And the last question from Stephanie Ryans is, why did you pick your partner?
Look how beautiful she is.
Is that your answer? That's your only answer?
Well, it was like the first reason
Oh, okay.
why I ever took interest in you. I mean, that sounds bad, okay? But realistically...
He was a teenage boy.
When-
Realistically. He was a teenage boy.
Realistically, when you first take notice of somebody, it's most often because of their looks, right? Until you actually talk to them and get to know them. Not for you.
No. I'm a weird girl though. Like, I'm not that girl that sat there with like pictures. I don't think I had pictures of boys all over my wall and I was like, oh, he's so dreamy. I didn't do that.
Definitely not like the group of friends I had that were girls.
Were they like that?
Oh my goodness. High School Musical, Zac Efron. Oh my goodness, he's so hot.
It wasn't like that.
Oh.
I might have done that to like try and fit in with other girls that I was hanging out with. If they were doing it, I'd been like, yeah, he's so hot. But no, I've just never been like that. I would not like pursue a guy if I wasn't attracted to him. Like, obviously if I looked at a guy, I was like, I'm either attracted to him or I'm not. But that was more subconscious. Like, I didn't like stare at every guy and go, okay, am I attracted to him? Should I pursue this as more than a friendship?
I like him.
I do like baby faces. I'm a baby face person. We did not answer the question.
After we started dating, we went through some very difficult times.
If you'd like to know anything
And-
about that, you can just look at my story in the description box.
And with that, it was just like we were there and we stayed together through it, so it just grew that bond
Yeah.
between us to be very strong.
So why did I pick him? Probably because he stayed around through all that. And if you've read that, then you know what I mean. I mean, from the very beginning, why did I pick him? He's just super nice. Weirdly enough, if you know that story again, when I was in that really unhealthy relationship, he was the only guy I even looked at twice. The only guy. But I didn't know that that was because he was going to be my husband one day. Pretty sure I had gym class right before that. And I remember always like checking myself out in the mirror to make sure that I looked good before I went to that class because you were there. But I had another boyfriend, so it was bad. Anyways, I think that does it for this vlog because now we're at 18 minutes.
Wow.
Yes. So yesterday's question of the day was, 10 years from now, what do you want your life to look like?
10 years from now.
We'll be living out west somewhere.
Yes, with mountains. Obviously, we'll be 10 years older. We will have 4 kids, 2 adoptions.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might have a 5th.
You never know.
You never know. Going back to that first question.
We won't have Levi, which will be very sad. We'll probably have a new dog or 2. We'll hire someone to pick up the poop.
Yes.
Holy crap, Revelynne will be 11 years old.
Yeah.
And Ari will be 10.
Today's question of the day is going to be, do you iron your clothes?
Or you just to throw it back in the dryer for 5 minutes and hope it unwrinkles itself?
Or you just don't care? Let us know in the comments down below. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And as always, we will see your beautiful faces. Bye. Initial taste was like reminding me of that. But then it's like, oh my god. Oh no. Greg, do you want to try this? Yeah, you want to try it?